Welcome back.
Hey guys, we're here today.
Yeah, we are here today. And I'm very happy for that.
I am too. Today, we're talking about television.
Not just any TV, I believe.
Not
A
just
very
types of
particular
TVs,
type of TV.
not just types of shows or movies.
Ah, yes.
We're talking about anime.
Anime.
Bah, bah, bah.
Is that what the anime is coming up? On episode 4 of
Microwave Moments.
I'm Dante the Beloved, and we have...
I'm Bailey the Brave.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna, juke me out like you did last week.
No.
Very good, very
I'm
good.
confident today.
I believe before we get into our animes, I just wanted to ask you a question. Again, on the spot. Across all animes, what anime character do you most identify with?
That is a really on-the-spot question.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually going to... No, I have to randomly come back to you in the next couple minutes. Is that all right? What, do you have something that you identify?
No, I'll also be doing it. I don't know why I did that to you. I will be... What we think of it, just whatever we're doing, just be like, shut up! Go for it.
I got it.
All right, got it. Cool. Do you just want to jump right into the top 10, or do you want to...
Any other interest? No, I'm happy to figure out who goes first.
All right, let's lose. I'm not excited to lose.
Ooh, I have a great idea. This way it's up to you. This is not that one is a double-sided one.
Okay.
Actually, here. Perfect. On this notepad, I would like Dante to show us 4.5 inches. All right, Dante.
All right.
From this is 0 at the bottom.
This is 0.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We need a... If you're in a... How about half an inch?
Half an inch.
Half an inch.
Half an inch, okay.
That seems like too much.
Okay, well,
Quarter of an inch. Okay.
I'm very confident in my abilities here. All right, there's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say right
You like
here.
to mark it with a pencil?
Yeah, I'll do it right here. I'll make it extra dark so everyone can see it. From the bottom, right here, that's 4.5 inches. I'm skilled. Let's see. Oh, you swear?
4 inches.
Oh, that's 4 inches on the nose.
Exactly 4 inches.
Swear.
Stayed within the half inch. I thought the half an inch was too low. I thought you had it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Sorry about that.
Again, we'll actually hold it up side by side so you guys.
Oh, my bad.
What
What is exactly? It is exactly 4 inches.
Yeah, that's pretty rough look. Yeah, embarrassing. I guess you get to go first yet again.
All right.
But do we have sip sip?
Sip sip?
Sip sip. A little bev action going on.
We might. Would you like to know where it is, viewers?
I would like to know where it is. I'm truly lost. Oh. Okay. What do we have here?
Ginseng tea and honey. This brand, Arizona,
All
it
right.
may not be Japanese origin like the anime we're watching,
No, look at the flowers.
but yes, inspired by definitely. Which
I've only had the Arizona mango. Mucho mango.
You haven't
I've
had-
never had.
this is like the Arizona drink.
All right. You want to do a little crack?
Yeah, let's crack. Mine, I saw mine.
All right. A little cheers action. There you go. Wow, that is tasty.
I dripped some.
I was so worried that it was going to be overpoweringly sweet, which is why whenever I see them on the shelf, I'm like, I'm not getting kidney stones today. I'll drink my chalky milk instead.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
100% natural is a crazy claim. Is that real?
I think everything about Arizona is real, right? 99 cents per can too.
All right, we'll get to that later.
But yeah, now it's time to talk about our top 10
anime.
animes. All right.
Exciting.
All right, let's see your number 5.
My number 5 is Vinland Saga.
Almost made it in my top 5. It's good.
It's
Good.
It's what it's what I want. Have wanted to see for so long. I like a lot of the 90s and early 2000s stuff. And I watch a lot of modern anime. But a lot of it didn't make my list. Vinland Saga did make my list. Why do you need a weapon, Dante? For what reason do you need a sword?
to slay my enemy. I gotta slay my enemies.
He has no enemies.
Ah, foolish. I don't understand that. I'm just a Ute. I don't
You to
understand
decide now. Should we give a little synopsis?
Yeah.
Right?
No spoilers,
Yeah.
but
So it is medieval times. We're in the Viking era. And
1300s?
yes, I think 12 to 14th century or 15th century, not 15. All right, back to it. We go in and it starts. We're in a very tiny village covered in snow, and we're following a little blonde boy named Torfin. And it is pretty much a coming of age film that does it so perfectly. I can't give anything else away.
Yeah, I just realized
as to how he matures, but let's just say this is a dynamic character, and what he goes through and how he realizes what it means to, what good and evil is beautiful. I really loved it, and there are realization moments that it's a real thing. It studies violence and war and politics and just mostly self, like battling yourself. Because that's where a lot of people's fights are, within themselves. And it's beautiful.
It is a beautiful show. Start to finish, I think, apart from it being animated, a lot of people have an unnecessary aversion to animes because they're like, oh, it's cringe, or like the fan culture. I think this is a necessary piece of media, and if it was a book, it'd be considered one of the greats, a classic, one of the best of all time. This man actually put me onto it, and me and my boys, he's like, you guys should watch it. I was like, you're just chatting up. People tell me I should watch things all the time. I should have listened sooner.
I try to give good recommendations.
Yeah,
speaking of books, I did speak. The manga is still going on because there's only 2 seasons right now. Mm-hmm. And after I finished the 2nd season, I would have been happy if it ended there. It could have ended there, but they kept going, and it ties up a lot of loose ends. And I like the story. If you're into reading, and if you've watched it before and have been holding out on reading, you should try to read it. It's available. You can find it online, sometimes legally. That's all I had to say about that.
Okay. We should do top 10 books at some point. That's going to be a very tough list.
I will say, speaking one more thing on manga, is that my top 10 manga is fairly different than anime, because there's a few that haven't been, or they haven't turned into proper anime yet, or haven't been done yet. So that is a different list.
I've only read 2 manga. So
I should give him some of my things to look at sometime. It's a picture book.
I would definitely.
He has time.
He's only saying more words. All right. I can read words. Okay. My number 5.
Yes, you're number 5.
It's gonna be Death Note. Used to be my favorite anime of all time. You ever watched Death Note?
Yes, in my top 10.
Is it in your top 10? Is it in your top 5?
No.
Okay, bless. All right. Death Note. So we got my man Light here, and we got my man. Actually, I don't want to spoil it too much either. That's tough. So we got my man Light. He is this guy. I know I use this word a lot, but he's ostentatious. He says he's better than everybody else. He's like, these people just bore me, bro. I'm too smart for them. And the world is so corrupt. I'm just too smart for them. And then a notebook falls out of the sky. Ha, ha, ha. If you watch a Netflix adaptation, it doesn't do justice, I promise. But notebook falls out of the sky. Ha. He picks it up and he's like, Death Note. And it has rules on it. He says, swear. And it talks about if you write someone's name in a notebook, they die. And this man's like, yeah, right, bro. I'm too smart for that. It's not like that gonna happen. But then it do happen. And then he uses this notebook to try to change the world for the better. He kind of succeeds. I'm not going to lie.
He does change the world. But, yeah, I mean, the plot... What if you gave all the power in the world to an entitled teenager? What would happen?
Entitled? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, fair. Okay, but if you ever ask yourself, what if I had the power to decide the fate of ne'er-do-wells, right? Like, it's something that everybody's thought about at least once. Like, would you have the power to just eliminate somebody that you personally find to be a bad guy? I'm using that bad guy as... Yeah, not as male. But yeah, great show. Great show, great story. People really crap on the second half of it. I think it's essential.
No, so. And there's some pacing stuff, but I still think it definitely deserves top 5, top 10 for a lot of people.
2 things about the show. Apples are very important. I think it's kind of funny. And then, I'll take a chip and eat it. Sorry, I'm doing impressions tonight. Regardless, I'm making a fool of myself.
Good. We need that.
All right. So yeah, now it's time for your number 4.
My number 4 is very important to me, as all of these top 5 were. I'm going to say that. Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop is a show!
It is a show.
I just watched a history TikTok about Cowboy Bebop today.
That's
Swear.
really cool.
Swear.
Alright,
I'll let you talk first.
No, yeah, okay. I love fantasy sci-fi stuff. I tried to keep something of each genre. I try to do historical fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, realism in my top 5.
Gotcha.
And this is the science fiction anime. And it's not even that heavily focused on the future or dystopia. It's a lived-in, loved world, and you get put into it, and you meet this cast of characters and these personalities that are all incredibly memorable, and it's amazing to watch on your own or with people. Definitely an evening watch. It definitely changes the feel if you're watching it if the sun has gone down. It's a lot of top people's top threes. It's a popular number 1. It's heavy. I can't say anything, but it's not like there's like heavy hard stuff. This one's just, I'd say overall solemn, and you're going to feel things through this.
Yeah.
But it's great. Music is the one of the main focuses. It's like so much of the movie.
Oh my god!
When you're making things, there's the visuals, there's the audio, and then there's the actual content story
and how it tastes.
And taste. All 4 of those things, and it has all 3 out of those 4 things. It tastes pretty good.
It does taste pretty good. My man Spike is a G, by the way. I always think about the scene. You've all probably seen it. If not, you need to watch it, where he's fighting with a broomstick. Bro, in the hallway? I'm like, and he's flirting up Shorty at the same time. Yo, great show. I was talking about when I was a kid growing up watching Cartoon Network.
Yeah. And
Cartoon Network, what was it, at 10 p.m.? It switched to Adult Swim.
9 or 10, I can't remember.
And Adult Swim had the Toonami hour at 2 a.m.?
I wasn't awake for that, but I think
I was just ready to wake up for it.
Yeah.
And that was my first taste of anime ever. And I was like, Cowboy Bebop? I was too young to really understand the story and whatnot. I was like, it's moving. Bro, good show. That's a phenomenal pick.
That's all I have.
The dog is cute. Corgi. I have a little shirt that's very tattered with the Corgi on it. I got it from GameStop. $5.
Great find. I love when GameStop shirts go on clearance instead of being $30.
GameStop stands anymore? I don't know. All right.
Not since they took Game Informer out of print and now it's online only.
Me and my brothers used to love Game Informer,
bro. What's the point of getting the GameStop Plus? What is it called? GameStop?
I don't know. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's no point.
Yeah, there's no point. My number 4 is going to be Dragon Ball Z. This is a shirt that my man Piccolo wears. Who's my favorite kid on the show? I want to talk about Piccolo, and then I'll talk about the show. Great dad, certified African American character, and he's bald, bro. He's the perfect trifecta of someone you don't mess with. And this man, I know this is like everyone talks about aura farming. If you don't know what aura farming is, we'll put a quick definition on the screen and maybe an example of Piccolo aura farming, a little clip. Piccolo stay aura farming. Main characters are Goku, sometimes his son Gohan, and definitely more often not my man Vegeta. We got Krillin, we got Tien. Tien hit with that third eye. My man Ian hates Tien, by the way, because I'd be whooping Ian's butt in Sparking Zero. I hope he watches this and I hope he feels miserable. Anyways, my man Piccolo. So Goku be fighting. He'll be fighting for his life. And it's not like Piccolo's weak because he's not a main character, but he definitely doesn't scale up into later villains and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
But so Goku will be fighting, he'll be squabbling, and he'll be getting beat up because he tried to save his son or save his wife or something like that. And Piccolo will just be watching from the top of a tower yeah. And nobody's looking at you, Piccolo. The wind is just hitting him right. And he's like, yo, this is a cold ass pose. I love Piccolo so much. There's nothing really to spoil about Dragon Ball. You can literally start watching from any point of the show, any iteration. You just see people fighting. You'll see people doing cool things. You'll see people pushing their limits and going Super Saiyan. You will see a lot of screaming. And that's okay. Also, that show does not have a lot of fan service, and I'm a big fan of lack of fan service.
Yes.
If you don't know what fan service is, will we put a definition on the screen?
We should.
Look it up.
That's true.
You should look it up.
It's something that is the peak of their childhoods. And I've told you this before, but I missed out on that. And I had friends that it was part of their like like it was what they did. And I only ever got into it with the games.
Yeah.
So that is all my experience with it. I have not seen.
Shout out to my younger brother Dane. Dane is actually who got me into Dragon Ball. Dane is actually who got me into anime. Period. Realistically. But yeah, I had not known anything about Dragon Ball. He turned it on one day and was like, "Bro, turn this cartoon." Ooh, it'd be fun.
Sidebar.
Yep. It is. It is. Not my top 5.
Aaron Yeager is who I am.
Okay.
I was just thinking about it, and it came into my head, and I wanted to abide by our rules and stop everything to talk about how I'm Aaron Yeager.
Okay. Aaron Yeager from what?
Attack on Titan.
Okay. And you identify with Aaron Yeager the most.
Yeah.
You watched that shit start to finish.
I stopped after, remember at the end when they're all like at the beach and they're having fun and looking out
That's
the water?
a good stop point,
That's
bro.
where I stopped the
That's
anime.
a good stop point. Does
anything go wrong after that?
No, it's actually perfect.
Okay.
Life is great. Life is great. There's nothing. Oh.
I did want to get past that point, but what else is there about Dragon?
So I know you said you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I identify most with Piccolo, but that's not true. I don't aura farm enough, so let's move on. I think it's your number 3. Are you mogging right now?
On number 3.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This is one that you might not have heard of before. It's called Eden of the East. Heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this one you should watch with Abby if you can.
Okay.
This is my realism one. It's not slice of life, I would say. The synopsis is that this dude wakes up, Washington D.C. I haven't seen it in a while, and I'm going to be rewatching after this.
Okay.
It starts there. He wakes up completely naked with a cell phone, and it turns out that he can call or text the cell phone and get anything he wants. Anything.
A pair of pants, hopefully first.
Yes, he could have. It took him a little.
What do you mean? Okay.
Completely covered by cars and stuff.
Okay, like the comedic,
Yeah,
like,
the funny,
you think you're about to see it, and you're like, let me see it. Is that just me? Let me see it! And then the cars come through, I'm like, alright. Is that just me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's so fun. You can do anything, like, it can be used for harmful things. And we learn, so that it gets so deep, and we learn that there are more of these cell phones, and we learn it's one of those amnesia stories. So we learn how he got there, why he got there. The first episode, he goes back to Japan, and then the story is set there. There's some traveling involved, but it's shrouded in mystery. There's a lot of things that you don't know, and things slowly piece together. And I will not forget it. And I'm definitely, as I said,
cutting you off. My man Toto. My man Toto from JJK. He's like, brother, if you are not trying to get stronger, then I can call you my friend. Bro, my man is buff. He says, bro, the way he takes off his shirt so casually and just rips it off, and then he's like, my power is boogie woogie. And he be clapping cheeks. That's 2 different ways. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, that was worth it.
And the locket that he wears when he has his best friend and his idol that he worships, kind of weird his worship with his idol. I have a locket like that just for you, bud. All right, carry on. Yeah. I really don't like when you're watching animes, right? And this is the best show I've ever seen. 12 episodes long, and you're like, okay.
you get to the episode 12 or something, then it says, if you like this, you'll also... And you're like, what do you mean?
Bro,
go to the next
episode. Stop chatting. Put on the next episode.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Hunter x Hunter. I know a lot of people don't say the X.
That's very good.
Hunter squared. Have you seen it?
Hunter x Hunter, yes.
Yeah. Great show. I don't want to spoil any big plot points. It is another Shonen Jump. Much like Dragon Ball. But we have our main character who is the protagonist of the show. And I think we will put the definition of what a protagonist is, because a lot of people confuse that with good guy. And throughout the show, we aren't really presented that our character is a villain, but he does live for himself. He's just a little kid. What is he, 12, 13 in the show?
10 to 13.
Yeah. This is a little kid named Gon, and he'd be out there. There's this thing in these worlds called hunters, and they essentially have these abilities that make them super dangerous, and they can do basically whatever they want. I don't know. They choose to always do dangerous things, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I was a hunter, if I had the capability, I'd kind of just be chilling. But I then imagine that's why I would never be a hunter, because I don't make the cut to want to drive change, whether that be good or bad. But my man Gon, he has his friend Killua. Then we got Killua.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
He's got Kurapika, who's the chain user. Mm-hmm. We got Leorio.
Yes.
Is there any other of the main
those are the
main characters? Yeah. They used to go on adventures. They get in some trouble. There's a lot of subplots, side plots. We have Hisoka. We'll put him on the screen. We'll put another image of him on the screen. He's a
character.
He's a character, bro. He's strong in all the wrong ways.
That's one that there are great story arcs.
Yes.
It's well known for that. I know sometimes in longer series that are over a few seasons, the arcs there's a lot of filler, or the arcs go on too long, or but I think that one's a good example of a solid path. It paces up fairly well.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball goes on a long time.
Dragon Ball drags. That's why I say you can just pop in.
Just put it on.
Just put it on. Just put it on randomly. It'd be like, all right, cool. These people are fighting. I would say Hunter x Hunter is definitely a start to finish. You can't really skip around. You're going to miss plot points. You're like, I don't understand. How come they can do these new abilities now, but they couldn't before? There's a whole arc dedicated to that. So, very good show. I think it's a must-watch. Bailey, where did Bailey go? It's time to gamble!
I'm right here, gambling!
I'm gambling!
I just realized.
Where did Bailey go?
What is he doing?
I can't wait for Shayla to watch this. We said her name!
Adeshua!
Adeshua! Who is she?
Join us in our gambling.
You.
Oh.
That's all you. That's a boring quarter. It's just regular. I think it's on this side, man.
No, it is. I was just checking the quarter out.
Yeah, it's just regular.
This is the one.
My tummy rumbled in anticipation. Were we close?
We've gotten 2 bells. The last time we got 1 bell, we got another bell here. We need 3 bells and 3 bars. Next episode. It will be the one.
Coming back from a miserable loss.
Back at it again with the losing. I don't know how much longer I can do this.
I don't know if I can take it anymore.
Am I number 3 or 2?
You're number 2.
2!
You see you wrote it too faint. Are you marking it off now? All right.
This is the one.
Maybe I can't count the 5 in his head.
This was, I think, one of the first ones I'd seen, and this is one that I watched and I didn't understand it. I think one of my first experiences was Ghost in the Shell, which way over my head. But my number 2 is Samurai Champloo.
I still haven't watched the show.
He's gonna love it when he sees it. This is the project after Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, same guy?
Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
It blends the Edo period of Japan, like feudal samurai stuff, with hip hop, and it's beautiful. It starts out. There's 3 characters. The one is named Mugen, which is one of the inspirations for my little wristbands here. He is a pirate bandit turned guy that just wanders around, and he does a lot of break dancing with his fighting. And then there is a Ronin named Jin, and he is like standard samurai, goes by the rules, and he has glasses, which is weird and cool. And it comes up in the story like this man needs glasses in the 15th century. What is he doing? How does he find these things? How does he find these bifocals? But it has all the cool classic samurai, like cool samurai stuff. These two bash heads a lot, and throughout the story, they do want to kill each other, but they are held together by I think her name is Fu. I'm gonna be honest with you, don't remember her name.
Dang, does that make you sexist?
No, they don't say it.
Let's get that on camera. This guy.
I could draw her right now. But she is a sweet person, and she kind of needs to find this samurai that smells like sunflowers.
Okay.
And that's the journey. Is that they go on all these wacky, sometimes they're wacky, sometimes they're really heavy adventures all over the place. It touches everything in the right way, and we get to the conclusion, and it's chef's kiss. I'm in love with this. Everything about it.
Is that the vinyl that you have that I want to steal?
Oh yes. There's the soundtrack for it is amazing. It's there's like Nujabes and there's like Fat John. I think Fat John is the and then yeah, very good, very good.
I want that vinyl very bad. It's very expensive.
Great
apparently.
album.
That is on my to watch list. I've not watched anime recently, to be honest, but it is on my to watch list. It looks good, and I'm very enamored of the soundtrack already. I've listened to it a few times on Spotify.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking a lot of the stuff that I wish I could talk about is spoiler stuff. So I love Samurai Champloo, but I would like to go on a little segue here. What's the last anime you watched? Can you? I have to think about mine.
Oh,
even if it's not to completion.
Okay, I have to look it up real quick. The name, but it's the Magic Muscle anime. Magic and Muscles. It's literally just called that.
I'm gonna check mine out. Do you want to talk about your most recently watched anime?
Yeah, Harry Potter. Get this. Main character doesn't have magic, and he's just. He's like that for real. He's like, I don't need magic. I'm a good guy. He's sweet and sensitive. He likes cream puffs. He's like, you're gonna beat me up with magic. I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I'm gonna move so fast you're not gonna be able to stop me. And everyone's like, oh, I'm like the top echelon of this and that. And he's just like, quadricep magic. It's kind of like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Which great anime, One Punch Man. Did he make up top 10? One Punch Man is great. Look at his shirt. It's actually One Punch Man.
Hey, I'm going to be so honest with you. It's been a couple months, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think I could remember. I'd have to, like...
Bro, that's
research.
anime, not list. That was anime. Some good animes, too. Anything else?
That's all I have? No.
Side tangent about Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
Afro Samurai has an anime.
That's a good one.
That's a good anime. It's very short. No way it can make my top 10. There's one episode where it's not appropriate. Actually, none of the show's appropriate, but like this one episode is like especially just like they really focus on other parts of anime. Anyway, Samuel Jackson's in it. He voices one of the main characters. Amazing anime, very short. I think it's only like 6 episodes long.
No, I think it's like 8 or 10.
No. Very short. I'll pull it up. Definitely like 6 episodes long. And they have a sequel movie called Resurrection.
Yes, I have not seen that one.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. My number 2 is Ouran Host Club.
Okay, yes, I completely forgot. Yes, you love this.
I love this show. I often say if we got rid of all anime in the world and just kept one, this is the one I'm keeping. Which is funny because it's not my number 1 spot. Ouran Host Club is a slice of life anime about our main character.
Yeah.
Who grew up in a very impoverished, like she comes from a very poor part of Japan, and you know she just has her dad, doesn't make a lot of money, and she gets into this prestigious school, like very expensive hoity-toity kind of thing.
Okay.
Like I know
nothing about this, so I'm listening right now.
School. And she's just like, oh, this high life is too much for me. I need somewhere to study. She got on a scholarship type thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's her main focus is the academics.
Yeah.
So she's in this room, very elaborate room, and it has this vase in the middle. And the anime is very on the nose. Like there's a flashing arrow on the screen pointing at the vase. And she's like walking around reading. And she gets startled by something. She knocks over the vase. Is it vase or vase? She knocks over the vase. The Vaseline. And my man comes out of the shadows like, you broke that vase. And she's like, oh no, it was an accident. I can repay for it. Mind you, she got nothing in her pockets. Pockets are empty. And dude's like, yeah, it's going to be $3 million. USD, not yen. And she's like, I can't do that. Now, mind you, the way she's dressed right now, she kind of can pass off as like a guy.
Okay.
Like it's a big part of it. And they all think that she's a guy at first. And he's like, you can pay off your debt by working at our host club. If you don't know what a host club is, it's a really weird premise. You can essentially pay for attractive men to rizz you up. I think it's men or women. To like rizz you up and pay you compliments and stuff. Nothing ever physical. It's supposed to not be physical. Salud. Oh, you dad? That's pretty cool. You're pretty cool. That was the first time I've ever seen a dad in real life. But you pay for men or women to like rizz you up, pay you compliments, and people like get the jollies off of that or whatever. So this group of men who have a very popular host club at this prestigious school, you're like, you can pay off your debt by working for us as a new host. And then in episode 1, they all come under the realizations like, this ain't a dude. It's a dude. But because she has the sensitivities there, it's very prosperous and it's a very good anime. Like 26 episodes long. Does not have a second season. There's fighting, there's romance, there's comedy. Tons of comedy. It's very funny.
I did not know that was it at all. That's not what that's not what I would have guessed with the plot. Seemed very interesting. I had no idea. I thought it was like just a general like regular school thing.
No.
Also, I have an update on my most recent. I remembered why I was so confused. I've only been watching movies.
Okay.
I've watched there's Jinro, Wolf Brigade. There's I'll flash these up, but there's a lot of Studio Ghibli things. I watched The Boy and the Heron a couple times. And I watched Memories. Memories is great, and But I then remember it clicked. Though it was a few months ago. It was Spy Family. I was watching that with the day show.
Spy Family is good.
Super cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I watched just before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maxwell. Yeah. Okay. And before Spy Family, I watched. It's that anime with the dude. He has a hat on. The little.
Psyche K.
Psyche K is funny. Oh my gosh, that show's amazing.
I honestly, I wish I could just list a bunch because there's just so many good ones.
So many good ones. Daily Lives of High School Boys. Really sus name. Funniest anime I've ever seen. It's actually my number 10.
Okay.
But I did not want to say Daily Lives of High School Boys in our episode 4 of MicrowaveMoments.
And what just happened?
What's your number 1, man?
Man, I'm really sorry because when I push your laptop.
Again? 2 episodes in a row.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I also would like to share that I don't know if I'm going to be talking to you because the viewers can't talk back to me directly.
No, comments.
There are theme going back, so it's not always the same voice. Did you know that?
What? Who says like full?
Yeah, it changes the there's I think there's at least 10 different tones. And there's 1 or 2 times where it comes in and it's like Full Metal Alchemist, and it doesn't. It's so confusing because usually it's.
Bro, that was very zesty.
It comes out.
Full Metal Alchemist.
It comes out of nowhere because you're used to Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, you're used to that, and then it comes out and you're like, what did you just say? But this is the anime.
Yes.
This is... I will have stuff to talk about, unlike the pineapple. But the characters are all so perfect. Every little side character is... You want to just hold them and learn everything you can about them. There's so much detail and care in the world and the magic system and the story. It has, there's love, there's fear, there's uncomfort and a little bit of horror. That's very common, known if you've seen it. It is so great. It's when I told my little brother TJ, I was like, he was like, anime's anime. But when I was like, TJ, you need to watch this with me, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. This man fell in love. And months after we were done watching, he would send me edits of Full Metal Alchemist because of how much he loved it. And, he's not huge on anime. He watches some and he likes it. But this is one that if you can, get anyone, if they're into fiction, sci-fi fantasy stuff, this is a story that it's perfect. It's full, and it's so good. It's a longer one than the ones I've had on my list, but it doesn't feel like it. Every episode I is just, oh my gosh, the concept is so cool. I didn't even talk. I don't know. I can't mention much about the like really cool parts of the story because I'd be spoiling things. But everything is just so perfect.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say your brother was in a dire state, and what would you pay to get him back? Everything? I would give at best an arm and a leg. Is that good?
That was good.
That was good, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It is worth mentioning. Have you ever seen there's Brotherhood in the original? Did you see both?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I watched the original first, and so that was my first experience with it. And there is one scene during the when he's proving that he could be a state alchemist, and there's like these beautiful the flowers, and that isn't in Brotherhood. And that is my only qualm with Brotherhood, because I love that scene so much. Give or take how the story changes and subtle differences, give or take. Brotherhood is true to the original, so therefore that reasoning it's better. But I would say the original is, if you love anime and you've seen Brotherhood and not the original, you should probably still give the original your try. It gets really weird and philosophical at the end.
Yes. In my opinion, whether you love anime or not, Full Metal Alchemist is a necessary watch. It's another piece of essential media.
Yes.
It's just so important, not only to anime, but for storytelling overall.
Yes.
Like Bailey said, so much care is put into every single detail. The magic system works based on... Actually, the whole world is based on... You guys remember Sir Isaac Newton? He did something cool with gravity, right? He was like, yeah, gravity's a thing. Apple hit me, that's me. It didn't actually hit him, it fell beside him. Sir Isaac Newton actually dabbled, I shouldn't say dabbled, he was obsessed with alchemy. The idea of turning matter into another substance. Turn iron into gold was essentially what it was. But what if the world, instead of focusing on science, like real science, focused on alchemy instead? And in this world, that is the case, and alchemy reigns. It's very important. Not spoiling, but the other world still does exist in this show.
Yeah.
So, very important show to watch. Abigail and I will be watching it. She doesn't know it yet. She's just...
That's a good one.
When that episode hits, episode 6...
That might, you need to know she needs to push through. Because some people might see that and be like, I'm done.
Done? Bro, that is what made me finish the show. That is a hooked episode for me.
Yes.
Let's just say she's got a dog in her. I'm sorry.
That's what you came up with.
That's all I got. I just want to let you know I was fully aware of Full Metal Alchemist being number one.
Right.
So,
well, yes. Okay, yeah. I told you my favorite before.
I flashed a false top 10 list to you this whole time. Yeah.
What's the real one?
Baky. I like people getting beat up.
That's the character you relate to, by the way, too. You like the big buff man. No?
Yeah, okay. I just like... Baky is just squabble up. This is the craziest show ever. They're just like, I'm gonna jump you. I'm gonna jump you in a very violent way. The Netflix adaptation is the only one I've actually seen. I've seen clips from the older one. But essentially, Baki's a show about a high school boy whose father is the strongest man in the world. Not like, oh, my dad is so strong. My father is objectively the strongest man in the world. He will go around the world and fight elephants, lions. It's like, if you claim to be strong and this man walks your way, shut up. He will you for the fun of it. Oh, I said the K word. We gotta beat that out.
We'll hear it.
So, he has a son. I will let you know, the father is not a good guy at all. He be if he sees something strong, he's like, I'm gonna mate with you. That's real. Have you seen the show?
No.
Have you seen this, bro?
I've only seen tons of clips.
Tons of clips. So my man Baky doesn't have a great relationship with his dad because his dad just doing fuck all around the world. And Baki's just over here being like, I'm strong, I have a foe in my way, I'm gonna beat him up. But the Netflix show starts off with the strongest of the strong men around the world escaping from prisons or like the death penalty. They all go to Japan because they want to taste defeat. Ridiculous concept when you watch a show, because these guys try anything to not taste defeat, including cheat. But they want to taste defeat. So they all roll up to this high school and like, Baky, squabble up. And Baky, I'm not gonna lie, he gets smacked around a little bit in the beginning, but he gets his clap back, bro. He playing with them. And then he discovers the magic of Snoo Snoo, and he gets stronger off of that. I know it seems very random what I'm saying, but like, one episode is all you need to really understand what it is about the show that I like. Because they just be doing the most ridiculous things, and like, this guy got shot point blank in the head, and he's like, actually though, his brain repositioned into skull. Fools! You have to understand that's common in this world. That just happens. Because that's what true strength is. When you don't want to lose, your brain will move out of the pool.
Yeah.
Like, your organs will
really want it.
If you really want it. Shout out to JFK. He didn't want it enough. No. That's actually how I'm going to end my discussion about Baky.
I have a tangent off of Baky, and it's the only like webtoon I've ever read. It's called The Boxer, and it's a really popular one. If like people that have read those, I think that's a popular one. I don't have any reference, but I'm gonna flash up some cool drawings and pictures from that. But that is a fighting story, and I remember I read it was a long time but I spent an entire like afternoon to late evening reading all. I didn't stop. I think I took a bathroom break, but I didn't eat dinner. It was really good.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
That was a solid top 10 anime list.
That was great anime. We would love to hear your favorite anime, and if we have the same favorites, let us know things that we didn't say. Try to be spoiler free for those who want to see things. And our top 10s, our full top 10s are going to be down there. No false fake lists like he has displayed to me.
I wanted him to be happy about taking it away from me again, but I was ready. Although Fullmetal Alchemist is very good. Very good. Yeah.
All right.
That's been another microwave moment, right?
That's been a microwave moment.
Yeah. All right.
Let's clap it out.
We did it! We're keeping the whole thing.